Alright, so we got Michael in this one, guys. So we have done one on him before, free DNG in this one. So what you do is just look for the password that appears up the top your right. Watch throughout the whole video and then you'll see that, and then you'll be able to download the DNG. So the idea is just don't skip the video at all and you'll see that code and then you'll get all the settings. Also check in the description if I'm doing a discount on his presets like we did last time. So obviously there's a real use of oranges and greens, just really bringing out the greens, really bringing out the oranges. I think the greens are mostly brought out just because there's a lot of greens in his shots and he's mainly bringing out the oranges. I super love the style. Really, there's a decent amount of contrast, but it's really smoothed out, and that will be done in the curve, so you'll definitely learn about that in this one. So we're working with his image here of this one and yeah, recreating it. So yeah, real moody. Done one on this image, presets there, or you can click on here and then Lightroom presets. So over here, come check them out, and yeah, you guys will find all the details you need about his presets over here. So these will be linked down below. You might get a discount. Back to his Instagram. Let's create something really smooth, decent amount of contrast, really warm tones, plenty of greens. Anyone in the course gets the raw image for this tutorial and like countless other tutorials. Obviously tons of stuff in the course, like all the guest editors and stuff, but you also get the raw image for say this tutorial as well with the settings if you're inside the course. He is a guest editor in the course, so he also provides some raw images and some edits that he's done on them, and then you can see exactly how he has edited his images, not me guessing at all. It's him just putting the settings there. And yeah, like I said, there's countless other guest editors in the course. Yeah, so really nice work. And yeah, let's get into this one. Alright, so looking at the cropping, so just 4:5 there, rule of thirds kinda, not too much to it. We've got the settings 1.8, 135 millimeters. Yeah, obviously a super creamy background. Look, that looks really good. The shutter is pretty low there, maybe on a tripod, maybe as image stabilization, but yeah, looks really, really good. Right, so we want a good amount of warmth to the image. Right, so what we're gonna have to do quite early on is turn on the curves. So these curves are from his preset, okay? If we look at the channels, decent curve there, and then you can see there's a bit of warmth in the mid-tones. But yeah, this is the curve, and then we've got this one, you know, like this one's going to give that fade to the shadows and blacks, a touch of a cap off to those whites, smooths out the image a lot, so adding in contrast and a smoothing to the entire image. So what we'll do, how about we just really take down those greens because they're pretty crazy, knock down all these. Now we'll keep the oranges and yellows quite high, so his images have a lot of vibrance, so we'll bring that up here. Could drop this a little, okay, a little too dark. Now we're going to come in with filters and stuff, like radial filters to shape the lighting and like vignetting and stuff like that, so don't worry too much right now. Like I know I'm going to come down with a real dark filter down the bottom, so I'm not too worried. And like one up top, I have to brighten the top, touch more contrast. Sweet, so what we should have done a little earlier is enable profile corrections. Now, we'll get into split toning and stuff, but there's a real obvious HSL move. I want to move this way, just to warm things up a bit. Now, before we go any further, so one little announcement, guys, is these tutorials won't be around forever. Well, the ones that are up will stay up, but I will be putting a bit more effort into different places, so I will be doing less of these Lightroom tutorials, and reason being is that there's just a way better way of doing it, of getting guest editors in the course. So like one payment, you guys get 100 guest editor lessons from really talented people. You get the raw image, you get all these different photographers giving you their exact approach to editing for one payment, and that's so much easier for me to do, to put together, than constantly putting out these Lightroom tutorials. I can offer way more value in there by bringing guest editors than me trying to guess all these settings, trying to break them down in these YouTube tutorials. So there's going to be less of these, just letting you guys know, because I'll be focusing more on the course, because that's just easily where I can add the most value. And also I'll be diving deeper into video color grading. I'm extremely passionate about video creation as well, as you guys know, incorporating a bit more of that as I travel, as the world is opening up now. I'm going to be doing a lot more shooting for myself. So yeah, again, there's going to be less of these YouTube tutorials because I'm traveling, putting more focus on the course because that's easier to give value. I'm going to be focusing a lot on video color grading because I love video as well. And the exact same concepts and lessons and understanding of color apply to video color grading as it does to photo. It's been 2 long years in New Zealand with zero travel, so just dying to get out and shoot for a while, explore a bit more. So yeah, watch the free training, look at all the testimonials in the course, other people getting crazy results within the course, because it is the only one that is taking the approach of my method of teaching, if you will, of DNGs, where you get the raw image, you get the preset, you get the lesson, there's no settings hidden from you, you get countless guest editors, you get me breaking down what they're doing, why they're doing what they're doing, and I give you a really good understanding of how tools interact, color works, which no one out there is giving at the moment. And then when you pair all these things together, the resources, the guest editors, the teaching you get from me about color and how I do these YouTube tutorials, how I know what an image needs, how to balance colors, diving really deep, it's quite easily the best resource out there to learn photo editing and color grading. We're going to do the filters and stuff because it just plays such a big role in this image. So you can just tell by how dark the bottom of the image. So we have a few already placed, but we'll do the adjustments. So say this one down here, we just uncheck that. What we want is to guide our eye up to the subject. So that's what that's going to do. We're going to take out some texture just so it blurs it a bit, taking the focus away from the bottom. Same with the clarity, just creamy, guiding our eye upward. It's great. We've got a few others. So we've got this one that's acting as a vignette. So we're brightening the middle, or we're darkening the outside. So this one, exposure down, maybe shadows, maybe some contrast. And then again, we want that creaminess to the outside of the image. We'll do the same with clarity again. Dehaze. Maybe looking too dark, so we'll just up these a bit. Whites a bit as well. Highlights. Okay, looking good there. So we've got one up top now. So this one here, affecting the top, just turn that off. So we want to brighten this time. We want like more light shining down on our subject. That's what we're going for. Like shadows, texture. I think this one we want to bring up. Brings out that, I kind of like the patterns. I think, yeah, we'll go with this. One more on the subject here. So this one, we just want to bring out the tones of the subject a bit better. So we'll just turn that off, and we just want to bring up the warmth a bit, bring more color in. Actually, we want to come to split toning because you can see like down here in the shadows, there's a lot more blue in his image. Like up in this corner here, there's blue up there. We don't have that in our image. So we're going to come to split toning. So we'll go nice blue, just to cool off everything. Highlights, maybe even blue as well, and in the mids. But what we'll do soon, change the hues. So it looks a little too cold now with what we've done, but if we come back up here, now we'll change all the hues, like the yellow's more warm and the green's more warm. Let's make our subject pop by bringing up the saturation of the oranges. So now we have warm tones punching through the cooler tones. So it's a bit different to what we had before. And I think looks quite a bit nicer because there's more contrast between the original oranges and yellows against those blue cold shadows. Fine tuning things, reds, a little bit in the nose. We don't want much reds. Yellows. No real blues in the image, so we'll just keep them in the middle. Okay, saturation, a bit of reds. The oranges out even more. So we could do it a different way, but we're just looking like a little purple. I come up here, shift the greens, well, the purple tint, a bit more green. Okay, right, that looks better. Okay, so fine tuning things, saturation, I think we're about good. So luminance probably plays a role, like we want those yellows to pop, just look what that does. So luminance is the brightness of colors, saturation is the saturation, hue is changing the color next to it in the color wheel. So we want touch of brightness to the subject, not too much. Actually, we'll just go very little. Red luminance, next to nothing, so we'll just leave it. Blue is in his eyes. Looks quite deep, so we'll just bring it down a bit. Aqua's next to nothing, so we'll just leave it in the middle. And yeah, as for grain, the image is extremely smooth, so no grain. Yeah, and we're all done. So if I hit reset, you can see how much like contrast and smoothness we added into the image. The image looks really dull. So if we went like what a normal person might do, exposure, contrast, some warmth, maybe balance out the green tones to white balance it a little bit, pull that down. Like this is what someone, when they don't know what they're doing, might do. But we have really created rich contrast with smoothness with the curves here especially, and then you can see just how much all these filters play a role. So if we click delete all masks, you can see how much shape we're giving to lighting. Creates really a real smooth look to the image. Otherwise, yeah, the vibrance is a bit of a play here. Very vibrant. Yeah, I think those are the main things going on in this image, and yeah, we're about done, guys. So before and after. Before and after, set, bang. Looks really, really good, guys. And anyway, guys, that's it. Comment down below who you want to see, and I will catch you guys in the next one.
If I didn't have your videos, I think those guest editors would not be of much help, because you're doing stuff I would not understand, you know, your guidance. So I think it's the combination that really makes it valuable.
That's awesome. Exactly what I go for there.
I really like how you structured it. Even when you're watching a guest editor, it's hard to, you can see it, and that in itself is huge. But then trying to understand, you know, what's in their mind, why have they done that? I think that can help you understand that. That can help you create your own style, that can help you be more deliberate and, you know, choose all these little building blocks to make your own, you know, when you define that. So I find that, and your kind of search for like the why you're doing that, not just this is how, is super, super useful and powerful.